Hang on. Shoot, I don't know what it's doing. All right, it's not even coming on now. I can't get the chat to come on. Damn it! I don't know. I should get my. Oh no! Should have used my other iPad. I don't know what this is happening here. I can't see the chat. There's nothing showing for me here. All right. All right. It says show chat, but it's not showing it. What is going on? They're not letting me do anything. They're not letting me get subs. They keep taking them away from me. They don't let me have them. They bury my... I'm surprised anyone gets any notifications at all, because my stuff is ending up... I don't even know. They're just burying it. So I don't know what to do about it. So I haven't been coming on that much lately because I just got my new rig. So I've been dealing with that. And I can't even tell if anybody's here. There's no chat on. Okay, see if this works any better. No, it's not. I don't want to go out of here to deal with that. All right, so it's not letting me do it. Damn it. All right, so I don't know if I should go on with it or not. If I can't even talk to you guys, that's the whole point of doing a live. I do not like going on to somebody's live stream and then have them just talk at me or at the people, and then they don't interact with the chat. They don't answer questions. They don't even say hi to people or anything, but yet they'll take their money, but they won't even, I don't know. Oh, then they'll say, oh, thanks for the super chat or whatever, and then they just go on with what they're doing, and they're not even interacting with people, and that is not cool with me. I don't like that. So I don't want to, I don't even know if I should bother doing it if I don't have a chat on here to read what people are oh wait, it's saying learn more. No, it's not letting me. Can someone just say something to see if it comes up at all? Because it's just saying, it's saying welcome and, like all the bullshit to, be respectful and all that, but there's no chat showing at all. So, and now that's gone. So can somebody just try to say something, just to, just say hi or put a period or anything, just so I can see if the chat is going to come up, because it's looking like it's not going to. And I don't know how to fix this problem, but it's always with this iPad, and I don't get to do it with this one. And I'll have my, I guess I could go get my laptop and bring that in, and then I could just do it for like maybe a half an hour or 40 minutes. I don't know how long. It's not going to be as long as I usually do it. So I guess I will shut this off. I don't know if anyone actually did put anything up and I just don't see it, or nobody's doing it, but there's no chat at all. So maybe I can try to, I'm going to have to go get my other, because I don't like having a live stream where I'm just talking at you. I mean, I could do that in a video, but I don't really want to do that. So, I got so much goop in my, look at all this biofilm coming out of me, and I'm going to start talking more about the Morgellons. So if anybody has that or needs to talk about that, because, there's not many places where people can go talk about this. A lot of people don't even know that they have it. And I get accused of being a meth addict and stuff like that, and I never even did the stuff, but it does look like that, and I could see why people would think that's what it is. You could see I have it here, I have it down here, I have it a whole bunch on this side. So, oh, it looks, it's showing up. I can't see who it is, though. Somebody said hi. Oh, Adrian. Hi, Adrian. So the thing is, when you say something, I could see it for like a few seconds and then it goes off. So I don't have a running chat. I don't know how to get it to stay on. Even if it's just for a short time, maybe, I don't know, if there's not that many people in here and it just comes up on it, but I have to keep hitting the button to show the live chat, to show anything that anybody's saying. So, and then it just goes right off. So it's been doing this. So that's why I haven't been using this iPad to do it. So, oh, hi, Aphrodite. I can't get this thing to stay on the chat. So, what takes practice? I've been doing lives for 2 years now. This is not about practice. This ain't my first rodeo. So, it's my cat shirt. It's actually pajamas. It's a set of pajamas that I have that's getting all worn. Look what happened. I just put my elbow through it. So they're getting so old. This one's side's okay. It's so comfortable. But, so I don't know. It says there's 3 people here, but I don't know what to do about this situation. I don't like I said, I don't just like talking to at people when I could run out and get my iPad and just, this is my iPad, but just go get my laptop, which is a big heavy dinosaur of a thing, and carry it back in. I'll be gone for like 5 minutes or so till I get it and get back in here. So if you want to come back in, I'll just start over again so I can read, because this is no good for me to not be able to read your feedback, and that's what I want to do. So, okay, I'm going to go get it, because this is frustrating if I can't talk to you. And I could even do the StreamYard, but I don't even know how to go about it. How do I get to it, Aphrodite? How do I get to the StreamYard? If I could bring that up and see. Yeah, it's a totally different situation when I'm on my other device, on my big old laptop that weighs a ton. So, and then you can maybe tell me how to do the StreamYard thing again. Yeah, I know they've been messing with all my things. Even I just got this RV just like this past week, a few days ago. It's probably been 6 days now, I think, since I got this vehicle, and all kind of problems are happening that didn't seem to be there when I was inspecting it to purchase it. I didn't see any leaks. It's leaking. I didn't see the toilet's leaking too. It's leaking from the outside. It's leaking around the toilet. None of this stuff was happening, maybe because it was sitting there dry, and he said he had just changed the, thanks. It's cause, and then I need another generator. So what I'm using right now is there is a stove and refrigerator in there that are running on propane. And the rest of I need to get another generator. And the guy I went to told me it was going to be like $6,000. It's like, I can't afford that. That's more than the price of a car. That's like another whole vehicle that I don't have the money for. I mean, I saved this up for, some of you know that I've been doing this since this last vehicle was just supposed to be a temporary vehicle because it's so small. Turned out to be a pretty good vehicle. It runs really well, but it's just too small to live in. It's just way too cramped. So, and Aphrodite, that tire that I bought when I was there, when I was at your place, that whole thing, that the retread just flipped off of it and just tore up the paint on the car. It broke the gas cap. It just stripped off all the plastic off the gas cap. The metal was still left, and it's still usable, but it was just too small. So I did get this is only a 21 foot, but bigger than the car. I didn't want a big long one because of parking. It's hard to park and find places to park overnight. So already 2 times I've had somebody come and knock at the door, tell me I have to leave. So, well, one was justified, but the other one I didn't know about because I stayed there a few times and never was bothered. I don't know, maybe I'll just not, because if I take up too much time to go out and get my laptop and get it all set up, it's just gonna, and because I'm at the library and it's only open until 5 o'clock, and it's like, I don't know what time it is, but I have like maybe 20 minutes or something. Yeah, sometimes they bother you, and sometimes when the cops do come, it's because somebody else called in the neighborhood, like you're across the street from their house or whatever, and they're like, they're just nosy and they don't have any life or something, and I just gotta like get into everybody else's business and stuff. When I'm not bothering them, I don't play loud music, I don't throw trash out, I'm not doing drugs, I don't drink, none of that stuff. So I'm not a threat to their neighborhood. If anything, I'm probably more of a to their advantage. I clean up wherever I go, almost usually anyway. Like if I'm in a wooded area or something like that, I will pick up trash, bottles, beer cans, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't even drink soda, let alone alcohol. So I'm picking up everybody's trash just to be like, to pay respect to the space that I was able to use as my rent, like sort of. I mean, I probably do it anyway, but I'm not going to go around picking up trash all over the place. I mean, I do pick it up sometimes if it's not that inconvenient. But the cops, when they come and I have them say to me that you don't have to leave if you don't want to. I can't make you leave. You don't have to leave. They don't own the street. They don't own the road that their house is on. Now, sometimes, and there's been a couple cases where it was private property and I just didn't know it. So I ended up just leaving or whatever. You know, I'm not going to stay and argue with people. And I usually don't, even when the cops say, you don't have to leave, you can stay here if you want. Usually I will leave if they're that annoyed. I don't need their negative energy and stuff like that. And so most of the time I'll just go. But then I've had it happen where one cop, when I opened my door, he said, he could smell my weed. And he says, so I'm not going to make you leave now because then I'd have to ticket you for driving under the influence. So he just let me stay there and didn't. He says, just leave in the morning and be gone. So lately the cops have been really cool with me. So, I mean, I've had some really bad experiences with cops. I mean, they literally put me in jail in Florida. These friggin' asshole cops that pulled me out of my car at 3 a.m. They literally pulled me out. They would not let me go back into my vehicle to give them proof that the medication that they were taking was my prescribed medicine. And so they were trying to use that against me, and they couldn't. So all the charge, they gave me resisting arrest because I tried to go back in. And then when they try to put handcuffs on you and they are purposely putting them on too tight, I've heard too many people say this. And then when you try to pull off saying you're hurting me, which they are, they call that resisting arrest because they are fucking hurting you and you are trying to pull away from them hurting you. Just instinctively, you just move to protect yourself, and they're just doing it anyway, and then they use that as a charge. So just know that if it ever happens to you. And the other thing I'd like to advise people to do, okay, this is not showing again, is to, I mean, let me see what people, I guess that depends on where you are. Well, I've had it in a couple of places where cops harassed me, but it was in Tennessee. And they go, well, you think it's bad here, wait till you get to Georgia. But I didn't have any problems there. But the people, even the ones in Tennessee kind of helped me, but they kept my doors open for so long, checking out my car, that I had a dead battery. So after they told me I could leave and everything was cool, they did take my weed, though. And they had to give me a jump. So that I felt like cool. It's like, good, let them give me a jump. Well, I can't read what that says. Sorry, they hurt you and then said you were. Yeah, well, that's what they did. Well, that wasn't even the worst part of it. After I got there and I could not, I was trying to connect with my daughter and I couldn't, so I didn't get to use the phone right away. I could not, and my daughter's hard to reach as it is, hard to get through to her. So they do that. They also didn't give me, my toenails needed to be clipped because they gave me these, they're fucking crappy shoes, those clogs they give you to wear. And it was just hitting up against my toenails so bad and I needed to cut them. It was a whole week before I got a pair of clippers. So I just clipped my nails again because I said I will always keep my nails trimmed. So if I, hopefully this doesn't ever happen to me again. But if you get thrown in jail, you're not going to get clippers. Like, you're going to have to wait days and days if you get them at all. So it took 9 days for me to get the money from my daughter from Canada. So I didn't see what that said. Sorry. I have to keep hitting this thing every time to read your... you know what, guys? Does anybody here realize or think, I believe it, because I've seen the comparisons of pictures put it, somebody did a breakdown of it, that Obama is Osama bin Laden. It's just rearranging the letters in the name. You have no sound now? Holy crap. I have my thing turned all the way up. Is there no sound? Oh, no. It's all the way up. Okay, so I don't know. So does anybody else think that? Because I really do think it. And I'm basing it on anatomy and bone structure. And can anyone else see it? I see it. Okay, I'm glad that you can. Okay, what's weird? The sound or the Osama Obama connection? If you see, I don't know who did the breakdown of it, but you could see it. They did the overlay and everything the way, like more, not just like Poncho Pete just saying, oh, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's them. And then he says it about everybody and doesn't, and then people are saying things like calling people that I know online that are not, like even Aphrodite, she got accused of it. I haven't yet, nobody has, but what's her name? I don't know if anybody listens to Sloan Bella, because I'm going to do an impersonation of her. Tim Osmond, I don't know who that is. I don't really know who that is. I'm talking about Osama bin Laden, that's supposed to be hiding in a cave somewhere. That's such bullshit, man. People believe that crap. All of this is orchestrated by the powers that should not be. Is everybody drinking their salt water? Getting your minerals? And you don't have to take a bunch of these expensive supplements that a lot of these so-called truthers are pushing on their channel, and they don't even know what they're selling. Like Peggy Hall is pushing that friggin' carbon C60. She has, and all this nano crap. She just put out another thing made from nano. Do not trust the nano. That's what's fucking us up, people. Thanks, Robin. Hi, good to see you. This is so comfy. This is actually my pajama top. There's bottoms to it too. But it's so comfortable. And I have to get some more. I don't even know. This is a girl's 14, 16. And I think with the company, I got them from Hannah Anderson, who makes organic cotton clothes for kids and adults. But I fit into the girls because I'm like a size 6. I was down to a 0. And these people that think being a 2 or a 4 is so flattering, I didn't like being that skinny. I don't know why anybody wants to be that thin, because, they push that look. using men, like, you know what Victoria's Secret is now, don't you? They used men to manipulate women to start to dress like that. Oh, I know that. I hate that. Oh, Pastor David. Pastor David. Pastor David doesn't know shit. I think Peggy knows a lot more than he does. But Peggy's like all frustrated because she can't get people to understand what she's saying. Yet she won't listen to me. And I have to prove everything. How come she doesn't have to prove everything she says? And her non-spinning world that she's pushing, I don't know if she's pushing the flat earth. I don't push any shape of the earth. I don't think it's a spinning ball. I don't think it's what other people say. I think that was put out there to separate people, just like religions do, just like politics do, all these things. What's he taking? Testosterone or something? I don't know. Isn't he gay? Isn't he an admitted gay? That's what Drew said. He said that he admits that he's gay. So I don't know. I don't know that he liked me too much either. Why would a gay guy like me at all? And why would I care if he liked me if he's friggin' gay? I'm sorry. All these things that they're doing with the whole trans thing, they're doing this to people. This is not natural or normal. And I'm sorry, Aphrodite, for what you're going through with your relationship and everything. So, promotes who's League Project? I don't know of them. So anybody that pushes that C60, I'm not going to trust them. I don't care how many things they say right, because they could slip in this bullshit along the way. And Peggy thinks she knows it all, and Peggy does not know it all. I don't know why take all these supplements? Well, probably a lot of people do have cancer, but I think cancer is just more of the nano poisoning. I think all these newer diseases are symptoms of the nano poisoning. Are you going away or something? So he sells it, but he doesn't take it himself. Is that what you're saying? Because that stuff is freaking creepy. You don't really know what it is. I don't know. I have to write out the definition of it, because Michelle Angelique gave a good synopsis of it in a short little blurb. And I'm trying to get stuff. I looked up, Tony Pantalaresco had a little bit of information on it. But I have to prove to Peggy that this shit is crap because she wants to sell it and make money. She's a grifter. I'm sorry. She's too much grifting for me. And all these people that want you to pay them for information, that's bullshit, man. I can't handle that. So Rex is who? Who's Rex? I don't know who this is. Man, these things are sore. I got so many coming out. I think it's because I started doing I started adding some 35% hydrogen peroxide into my water, which will help push out more toxins. I constantly am detoxing and fasting like 12 to 14 hours a day, usually. It was up to 16, but he's from the Leak Project. Okay, I don't know who that is. What has zero regulation? Didn't see that. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing... just go into a health food store and start reading labels. There's so much crap in their stuff. It is anything but a health store. That's not about health. There's so much crap in all of that stuff. And now it's loaded with nano, and everybody thinks this nano is so great. Yeah, it might make you feel good at first. Heroin makes you feel good too. Get on that stuff, why don't you? Yeah, the oregano is good. It's got a lot of antibacterial and yeah, I don't know about the regulation. I wish I could see your thing. I'm seeing one at a time. One, I guess it's better than nothing. Is it time to go?
No, there's a person next door though who's you're a bit loud.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
They said I'm too loud. My big mouth. Me and my big mouth have to come over and tell me I'm too loud. Me loud? Like, does anybody ever watch To a Pre? The guy that he goes and he like really pushes his like rights, and he dresses up all weird and stuff, and he goes and torments businesses. He does stuff outside, and the cops go, it's
Hey, it's still pretty loud.
okay. It's still pretty loud. What can I do? I don't know. I get too excited. So he does all these weird things. He dresses up like, does the emo stuff, and he does all kind of weird things. And then one of the things he says, they say, you're not allowed to do that. He goes, I'm not being too loud. So he changes the words of everything like the cops say, or the people and the businesses keep coming out on the sidewalk and saying, you can't be filming out here. And he can't. He has every right to. I mean, there's cameras everywhere you go. If you're out in public, you have no privacy. There is no privacy in public. So you have every right to film anybody. And these people come right up into his camera and say, quit filming me. They're walking right into it and bitching about it. It's like, well, then get out of my camera then if you don't want to be filmed. It's so weird to watch them try to power trip them. You were craving spaghetti, and I put I haven't had spaghetti for what did you get accused of? I don't know. Did I say? Oh no, didn't somebody accuse you of being trans or something? Okay, that's what I was talking about, Sloan Bella. They were trying to say that she's trans, and she's got videos. Well, she didn't show them to us, but I really believe her. She's got videos of the babies coming out of her vagina. And they're going to say she's a man. Oh my. I have about 10 bottles of vitamin C, different brands, can't tolerate. It's made with mold from IMA. Right, yeah. So I'm not taking, the only supplement I'm taking is going to be the B1, the methylated folate B1 complex. That's through Objective Nutrients. So it's probably going to cost a little bit more. I think it's 20 something a bottle, almost $30. And it's this young guy has his own company and stuff, but it's all sold out. I can't get any of it. They said mid-September, but it's past that, and they still don't have it. Oh no, he broke your tooth while he was doing it. But they won't fix what they did? Are you kidding me? I don't even go to a dentist. The last time I went to the dentist, I went to Mexico, and they did not really do a great job. I mean, it was cheaper, but it wasn't a good job. But anyway, since I've been doing the salt water, where's Sea Salt at? Isn't he here? Or is that a girl? I don't even know if it's a male or a female. But anyway, since I've been doing this, I'm getting constantly all the minerals from like, you could drink straight seawater. Not straight, you drink seawater diluted, but straight from the sea. So it's fresh harvested. Since I've been doing that, I had a tooth over here that was cracking and breaking and hurting and had pain. Seems like it's healing it right up. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing a bunch of supplements. And then I eat, I'm trying to eat as much raw as I can. I'm not to the point where I can eat total raw. Oh, good, Robin, yay. Wait till you see how it makes you feel. My blood is so bright, bright red, almost like dark pink. And it's really thin, it's not thick, so it's really clean. It's amazing, but I've been doing it for like a year or something. I don't know if it's a year. Well, it's somewhere like that. I've been doing it for for a while now. So my blood is thinner, lighter, not as you can see that it's cleaner. Like people usually have dark, thick blood. So I was thinking when I was listening to you yesterday, Aphrodite, are you still here? Let me see. Shit. Oh, it's broke up in your gun. I don't know. I don't really brush my teeth all the time, but I do floss and I use those picker things. And I don't know if any of you guys ever listened to Darko Velsic. He's in Peru. Now he's an ex-veterinarian. So he knows a lot about the medical industry, like Aphrodite does, because he's right in it. But he tore up all his degrees and stuff like that. He says they're just licenses to kill. So he said the main thing he was doing was euthanizing the animals or giving them vaccinations. And he didn't want to be doing that because he knew it was totally wrong. So he just quit all that. But he has a good knowledge of the body and the systems and the diseases in it. He says it all comes down to toxic blood. No matter all the other diseases, like I started to talk about earlier myself, and this is how I felt before I hooked up with him. The only thing about him is that he believes in Trump and Q and all that stuff, and then he loses me there with that stuff. So, but he does talk a lot about good things, about cleaning your blood, because that's like the main thing, because all these diseases are just symptoms of the same, what I believe is to be the nano poisoning. It's all the same thing. I think all these names are cover-ups for, whether it's lupus or Lyme or MS or cancer or Morgellons or all of these so-called diseases are just all different symptoms switching around and whatever, and they just label with different things, and then I was hoping, I've been asking about the well water, different people who are on wells. Like I even have my little buddy in West Africa at the Gambia, he's drinking out of well water. I don't know how he can test it, but they're so poor down there. Yeah, they are. It's awful when you have a toothache because that's nerve pain, just live nerve pain. And then it makes it worse when you put like something cold or hot on it or something like that, and it just flares it up even more. I mean, you could barely, it hurts anyway. I don't know that putting warm is good on it, because that just, I don't know, Aphrodite would probably know about that more, about putting, probably ice is probably better. So, I think I have about another 15 minutes. They're gonna make the sound the alarm that you have to get out of here. Oh my God, I look so awful. I feel so bad. I haven't been feeling good, but then I've been under a lot of stress getting this vehicle and then finding out, the generator. I mean, the generator is gonna cost as much as the whole vehicle. I mean, they said $6,000 or $7,000. That's crazy. UTI. Ugh. Yeah, I was in a lot of pain when I had that IUD stuck in me, and my body rejected. I mean, this is like 40 years ago, and well, not quite 40 years ago, but I was 40 years old when I had my daughter, so it was before that. Yeah, I guess. So I guess the ice would probably just freeze it and just not let it progress like it should. But the ice helps for the pain is what I mean, yeah. So, but I would think that the salt water would help to clean it out. People are so indoctrinated about the salt. Everybody thinks it's a bad thing. I mean, look at everything: low salt, no salt, sodium free, everything, just like fat free. So I drink. This is a whole like quart, and I've been putting my water. I have 3 copper bottles that are each like a liter bottle each, and then I fill those up at night, and they sit overnight, and then I drink them throughout the next day. So I end up having at least 3 quarts a day, plus my other liquids and stuff that I have and other things, maybe like in my raw milk. So that's a big thing. That's a big part of my calories is the dairy. I do raw milk and raw cheese. Today I actually got I usually don't eat bread, but they made a special batch of sourdough rye bread with caraway seeds in it. It's only about that high, but it's really, really good. So today I made a grilled cheese sandwich on it. It was so with some, I have this like mustard that has the whole mustard seed in it. So, okay, I gotta put it on again to read it. What about, do you have some clove you could put on? You know, some people can't tolerate clove, but I put clove in when I make my eggnogs, I put clove oil in it, just like 1 drop. If you get 2 or 3 more drops, it's like too much because clove is really strong. But it's really disinfectant too. All the essential oils are disinfectant. I do aromatherapy, so I incorporate it into massage when I do massage. I don't know about the Redmond sea salt. I'm not going to push that. The best one to get is Celtic, and I just ordered some from Darko's channel, which comes from the Sea of Cortez, which is more pure than what you're going to get probably anywhere else. Yeah, so try the clove. Helps with the pain for sure. It numbs it, and it's disinfectant and everything. So I mean, that's been an old-time remedy for a long time, the clove. So I make these eggnog drinks. I put raw duck eggs that I get all the time. I'm lucky. I have like 3 or 4 sources to get duck eggs, not chicken eggs. Now the chicken eggs at the farmer's market are like up to $12 a dozen. It's ridiculous. And these are chicken eggs. I get duck eggs fresh from the farm, unwashed, because when you clean them off, you take off the protective film. So I leave them dirty. Sometimes they wipe them off just to get the chicken poop off or something, whatever. And I don't always do the white. You don't want the whites of the eggs in the store. The supermarket eggs have polymers in it. So I just break in the egg and I just put the egg yolk in, and then I add my raw milk or cream, and then I add in some essential oils. Sometimes I will. You don't think you've ever had a duck egg? Wow. They're so, I don't know, I just like them so much better. They're bigger. They're more orange, like golden. Have way much more color. I think they have more nutrition in them, but I don't know. But that's what I always go for, the duck eggs. And I'm getting them for $5 a dozen for duck eggs. And these other places are charging, $10 to $12 for chicken eggs. And these things are like 1 duck egg is equivalent to like 2 chicken eggs. The yolk is twice as big. So I don't know. That's where I get my main source of nutrition and fat, and because I also do butter. I do duck fat if I can find it. It's pretty expensive. But the last one I got was like $12 for a little container. I don't know how much it was, like if it was a pound or whatever. But I had that. I haven't had that for a while. I don't see it very often. So, oh, I started to say that I put my water, I usually buy water like at the like co-op where they have the water machines that you get them for like 50 cents a gallon. So I get like a whole, for 50 cents I get a day. I get my water. I add in probably over a teaspoon, close to a half a tablespoon, but you don't have to use, you can start off with a half a teaspoon to a quart or liter of water. And I mean, you don't have to copper. I do the copperizing because I don't want to take any supplements. So I just keep it in a copper vessel. It's pure copper. You don't want it coated with anything else. 100% pure copper. They cost $33 on Amazon. And I have 3 of them. So I fill them up and they sit overnight, and then I drink them throughout the day with my teaspoon of Celtic sea salt until I get my other sea salt, which is out of stock right now. All the good stuff is out of stock. You can't even find it if you're lucky, So you have chicken eggs? Now, that would be different. Chicken eggs from a farm is not the same as the chicken eggs in the supermarket. Because I don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it, but I was informed by the very man who discovered the nanotech back in the early, when was it, back in 2005 or something? I don't know the exact year. I have to look that up. But he's the one that told me about the eggs. I wish I could have chicken. Somebody says, oh, you should have a chicken in your car and then you'll have eggs all the time. Yeah, I'll have chicken shit in my car too and all kind of messes. And like, you could have a chicken in a car. Come on. I call my cat a chicken. Okay, I didn't see the rest of it. But eggs are way cheaper in North Carolina. Oh, you're in North Carolina, right? Yeah. How is Sammy? Yeah, that's a no bueno for sure. I don't want no chicken in my car. I probably would get a cat now that I have a bigger vehicle. So, yeah, chicken shit all over the place. I'm having a hard time just getting the thing cleaned up, and there's no chicken in there. Just cleaning it up because it's an RV that nobody, it wasn't filthy. I mean, but it still wasn't to my expectation. I have high standards, like a little bit more than most people. Yeah, he's good. So how do you keep him from running away or anything? I don't, I guess I don't have a cat that I've had for a long time that would know to stay with me. I had a cat almost climb in my car the other day. And it was like, just at the time I was thinking, oh, I could have a cat now, probably, in this vehicle. I don't know. I hope I can afford to drive the thing. I hope I can afford the gas for it. I haven't filled it up yet. I did get gas once, but I have to figure out what it's gonna, cost for what I'm getting, like miles per gallon in this. How much do you get for your bread truck? Mine is on a Ford 350E chassis, so I don't know how that's gonna like translate into cost of gas and stuff. Well, that's good. So I mean, like, if I have a strange cat that doesn't really know me that well, I don't know how much it would know to come back in if I gotta go. It's like, come on, let's go. And they don't want to come, then what? I don't want to have to leave it stranded. Oh man, when I first started going on the road I was back in would have been in early 2021, because I went on the road in December 2020 when I went to Idaho to do the Owen Benjamin thing. So and I've been living in a car ever since. So now I've kind of, I don't know, upgraded to an RV, but man, it's just like so many problems. I mean, if it's gonna cost $6,000 for a generator, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do without the generator again. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, you get diesel. This is just regular. And he said it was about 15, the guy that I bought it from. But I think he lied to me about, I mean, I know he lied to me. He told me it wasn't leaking, and I'm finding all kind of leaks. I've already found two very obvious leaks. And I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I just don't want it to turn into any kind of a mold situation, because I've already lost my left lung, the lobe of my left lung, to a fungus, to a fungal spore. I had coccidiomycosis, which is valley fever from living in Phoenix in the desert where these fungus are in the soil. And I probably maybe got it from horseback riding or something where the soil got kicked up. I just breathed it in. And then when I went back to Pittsburgh, I left there after 3 years in Phoenix in Arizona. I just don't get along with the desert at all. I hate the desert. It's too dry for me. I like trees and green and
May I have your attention, please? The library closes in 15 minutes.
Okay, they're going to close pretty soon. Well, at least I got to come on for a little bit.
Please bring them to the self-checkout station.
Because I haven't been on since last week, since I got my
help desk at this time.
my RV. So it's a Four Winds Chateau is the make and model.
Please begin that process now. Computers, printer, and copiers will be turned off at closing. Thank you.
I didn't see that last one. Well, thank you, Robin, and thank you all for coming, and thanks for the thumbs up and whatever. I don't know, did I say anything on here that might get struck down if I put it up? Because I don't really know. I was afraid that might happen on my last video, but it went through. But it just seems like I'm on the list. I'm on the lists, multiple probably lists. But, you know, they don't want us saying some of these things because I'm, you know, so I probably should use more hobo code to speak about stuff, you know. I don't usually speak about the C thing too much, like, because they're, you know, the last time they gave me a strike was because of the you know, talking about, and I was just talking about what my daughter did, and they still did that. So I don't know. And they're, you know, they're always threatening, like, I can't even leave comments places. I bring, hi Denise. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Okay, how you doing, hon? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? You okay? I'm probably going off pretty soon because they're getting ready to close the library now. I had two kitty cats that I rescued. They were out in the street, but when I left, I had to leave them behind. But you know, I taught them. I broke them of their kibble addiction, and oh, so you're not in Austin anymore? Cool. Well, if I get down to Texas, I'll come look you up. I might go back to Texas. I probably will go to some of the other places where I've been, like Gainesville, Florida, where I have all my Cuban boy friends down there, all my millennials. I have this connection with millennials. Okay, so that's cool. And Emily Moyer's in Austin, so I'd probably go try to hook up with her maybe, because she was still in LA when I was in Austin. So, but I met up with one of my subs there. So that was one of my first meeting of a sub, one of my subs. So there's been 9 or 10. You saw who? Emily? Oh, cool. Where did you see her? You saw her in town, like, or something? Because she was living in LA. She was in Chatsworth, and then she left and went to there. Oh, I know. I've kind of given up hope that I'll ever find a partner. But then I'm also, part of my goal is to check out of this world. I don't want to be really a part of all this nonsense. So the only thing really holding me back is my daughter and my new grandson now. He's 7 months old. He's so cute. He just cut 2 teeth already, and he's crawling. So, and he's starting to pull himself up and everything. So he's like 7 months old. So he's going through lots of changes right now. So you'll have to tell me what happened. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So I don't know, because I have so many. I mean, I want an alpha male. I want an intelligent man. I can't find any of this with what's out there. I mean, literally seeing people. I was just telling my daughter this. I mean, I've been telling my daughter this. I'm watching people turn into zombies right in front of my eyes. People are, now I haven't had this where people like look at somebody and their eyes go black right in front of them. I haven't seen that, but I've heard multiple reports of it happening. So, yeah, my first one, a new grandma. So, yeah, I'm going to be hitting up all the hot springs. I'm going to go back to Montana, and I still want to go. I want to go to North Carolina. Was actually one of the nicest, if not the nicest state that I've been through, and I've been to 42 states. So my next state I haven't been to is going to be Maine, and then I'm going to do down the Atlantic coast, like what do you call it there? The New England states. I haven't been to Massachusetts or Connecticut, Vermont. Well, I was in Vermont for a little bit, but not really there. So all those, and I haven't been to Alaska. I've been to Hawaii a couple times. Yeah, I love to see the grandmas with their kids when they come to the Y and stuff like that. So, and he gets all excited when he sees me, and he's all happy and smiling. But the last time he got scared, I think, because I was so excited, and I was like, yeah, and I had a hat on, and I think the hat freaked him out. So I took the hat off, and then like my daughter calmed him down a little bit, and then I went over, and then he was all happy and smiling and laughing again. So that was cool. He's just starting to, he's still nursing, but she's starting to introduce little bits of fruit and whatnot to him, whatever. Not, just soft stuff, not really fruit, like baby food. Like when my daughter was a baby, after she got off the boob and I weaned her over onto food, she ate all the same food that me and her dad were eating. I put it in a little, one of those little mini blenders, like a bullet type thing. And just whatever we were eating went in the bullet and made her baby food right there. So we were eating all the same food. None of this, I don't know what they're putting in the baby food, but I don't trust anything in the supermarket. I don't buy things here. The only thing I get at the supermarket is my raw milk when they have it, which I have a couple. I can go to the co-op, and there's actually a market. There were 2 markets, but one of them discontinued. I think it may be because people weren't buying it. I don't know. But, yeah, it'll be fun when he's old enough to run around and play. I mean, he's starting to crawl around, and he's rolling and doing, you can see him growing. It's like, why do we come into this world and need to learn everything all over again? That's messed up. What, look at all the other animals. They just come out like a giraffe or any other thing, and within minutes they are up on their feet and walking around. Why can't we do this? So this is something else I want to start getting into when I do my lives and stuff like that, or whoever wants to give feedback in that area, because this is messed up. And my goal now is to check out of this hell realm. I don't want to be here. And so I'm cutting ties to everything. So the last tie that I got to cut, and if you start doing this, you'll see how addicted you are to the system. It is really hard to cut loose. So I'm doing so much to do that. But that's going to be my hardest one, is cutting loose from my daughter and the baby now. So if I start getting into guys and dating and all that, that's going to hook me right back into this realm. And I'm trying to get out of it. Oh, wow, really? Formaldehyde, yuck. Well, I believe it. I wouldn't doubt it. Because I was really surprised when you said that your family, not that they eat the fast foods, but you said that you started eating the fast foods because you're there now. I wouldn't do it. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I don't care where I am or who I'm with. I do not eat what they eat. So my diet is so strict and everything. So I don't know what time it is. There's no clock in here. Shoot. But I'm sure it's going to be pretty soon that they're going to close, so I'll probably have to go off now. Hopefully I'll look better next time. I don't have there's a shower in my RV, but I don't think it's going to be hot water because I have to get a generator. It has solar panels on it, but I don't think it heats the water. So right now the stove and the refrigerator are on propane, so I don't know if that's going to cost me a whole lot or not. But we'll see. I don't know how, the gas is going to be, the propane, and all these extra expenses that I'm going to have. Hopefully I can afford it because I only get like $900 a month on my Social Security, and they lowered my food stamps to $68 a month. That's evil, man. Not that I want their fucking food, but that's only $2.25 a day. That doesn't, that barely pays for the amount of water I drink.
Should be left on one of the
And they're
red
raising the
card
price of the
throughout the
water,
library.
and also read the labels because the distilled water is saying it's not sterile now, some of them. And there are these different grades. I saw grade 3, like in 3 Roman numerals. And the lady looked it up for me because she never heard of it either. And she says it's like the lowest grade of water. Oh my God, what they're doing to us. Okay. All right, I gotta go now. The other guys are really nice to me, but this lady is creepy. I don't like her. She's got real male energy. I mean, not saying that she is. Okay, Guy, I'm going to have to close it out now, and I'll try to come back on in a few days or something. Maybe in the middle of the week, like Wednesday or something. Or whenever I can. Maybe it might be earlier, Tuesday. I don't know. Whenever I get the opportunity, I'll do it. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well and taking good care of themselves and avoiding all the toxins and everything. So just keep smiling. That's your biggest defense against these motherfuckers. Okay, much love. Over and out, guys. I don't even know how to shut this dumb thing down.